It's a funny segue. Let me tell you, I don't get that one. Open
Hopefully,
bag, open bag. You would have thought that the
closed,
evaporation,
closed bag. I could almost tip. Like, yes, I can make understanding of it, but
the evaporation of the liquid, it should have evaporated. What's more confusing is the clothes on top are dry. That's the most
and this
confusing part.
bag wasn't always in the cupboard. It was out of the cupboard in the corner of my room for ages because I thought I was going to use it last winter.
So it's made ground. It's picked up. It's picked up. It's picked up
Mate,
liquid, mate.
mate, don't even get me started. Anyway, we are live.
It's
Welcome back
picked up
to the
some ground.
Round Stable, episode 12. Might be episode 13, but I've put episode.
It's a bit. We're up there.
It might be episode 13, but yeah, the live show up and running on Monday night, public holiday. I didn't know till yesterday. How did you enjoy? Were you off today?
Nah, I worked, bro.
Oh, that's when you get them
Yeah.
rates.
Well, yeah, that's it. So, I mean, when you said, "Oh, do a Monday show," I was like, "Yeah, rip in. That's fine. That's all good by me."
It's one of those.
Makes no difference.
If they offered me to work too, you take them. You take those
Oh,
rates.
you got it. I mean, it's only happens a few times a year.
Mm.
So, like, you'd be mad not to. I mean, I could have stayed home and just got paid anyway, but like, you got to take the extra.
Hey,
risk.
that is the little trade off.
That's the hardest part, right? You lose nothing if you just have a free
No.
day off.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that plays with your mind. But no, my day was all right. I've been 2 weeks off the live, so I'm keen to get back. And I tell you what, I mean, we'll delve into it, but it's been a good 2 weeks for me to have off because I reckon I would have broke a monitor by some point.
Well,
But it's been grim out there for me, at least.
it is a good week to be back because there's plenty to talk about. So we will start with our intro, which is the rank, score, rank, and how we moved. I'll start 2104. I did cover in the video today, but we'll go over this anyway. Round rank of 59k. Steep. It's tough. That's back down there. To be honest, I had 3 good weeks up in the top echelons. So my season rank did drop to 2.6k to 5.6k. So I didn't drop that crazy. I was ready to see like a 5k drop for season, but must have been a few people in the same boat. How about yourself?
Yeah, because I'm one of them. Because my round score was 2,074, so I think it was like 50 points off you, and then I'm dropped down heaps because my last two weeks have been abysmal. I dropped down 27,000 in the round 8 rank. So I was 70,000 in my round 8 rank, but then my season rank I've dropped 5,000, which you were just saying you're expecting to see, and now I'm 10,800, which is I wasn't even in. I was always in the top 10,000, floating around 6,000. So these last 2 weeks have been brutal to me. We're going to explain more why that's happened. I've kind of pigeonholed myself a little bit, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. It just might take me a little longer. And will I have enough time left? Who will know? We don't. Yeah. We'll have to find out. But there is a way out.
The big conversation, I think, is the time's not the issue; it's the trades. I went delved into the trades, and we've had to do so much.
And you've got more than me, so I am even tighter.
And I've only managed to have 1 week off, but I have managed to not use all the boosts. I still have one left if I go through with this week's, but
yeah. So I'm getting tight now for trades, and I've just heard. I mean, we'll talk about it probably a little bit more, but I've just heard that LDU could be out, and if that's the case, that really fucks me. So we will see how that progresses through the week.
At least he has the cash, if
need
be.
So there is options from there, but it's not a player that I wanted to get rid of. Yeah. Has not done. Like, he's had one bad week, which was last week. But apart from that, has averaging 112, has not let me down.
Any early mail on why?
Hammy. Oh. So apparently late in the third, played the rest of the game, but apparently late in the third felt it. He's gone for scans today. So hopefully, I mean, if you finish out the game, surely you'd be fine. But sometimes these things are funny and they don't think they're as bad as what they own, and they go over scans like, oh yeah, you've torn your fucking hammy. So hoping for the best of that one. The issue is maybe they rest him. That's fine. I can just put him to the bench because I don't want to trade him. But if he is like out for like a foot, my thing has always been from the get go, if it's any more than 4, you're gone. But the problem is now is that I'm getting so tight for trades that even if it's like 4 or 5, I may have to hold it, which
Yeah.
will make things difficult. Probably not going to win many games because it's a primo out, but I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge if we go into it.
I was going. This is the only year I've seen it, and we've seen about. I think this is the third one. These hammies where they've finished the game. Murdoch, that was Murdoch. He finished that game, but he did his hammy. It came up the
Yeah,
next day,
true.
and there was another. Who I think we had. The Lions had one. I've never seen it before, and this year there's been a few of that. Like they finish the game and get a scan. It's like, oh, you pinged it. Like, oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like just the adrenaline and like they don't feel like maybe they just feel it's like general cramp and so they push through it. Because I guess because you can have a slight tear on the hamstring or anywhere that's not like terrible, but it's uncomfortable and it's painful, but it almost mimics the pain of a cramp. And
Yeah.
so it could just potentially be that, and so they push through. But by pushing through, they do more damage. Yeah, the little niggles this year are worse than any other year, and I think it's because the game has changed a little bit. I think it's a lack of like the off season as well. But because the game is so fast nowadays, because they're always wanting the ball to move as fast as you can, I think people are just getting caught out.
Yeah, the hammies. Speaking about hammies, did you see who did one of the VFL on the weekend? Tough.
Yeah, King.
Yeah. It's
He
4
looked
week,
alright too
4
after
weeker
that
too.
game.
4 weeker, so they put 6 weeks on. They should
Tell
just
you what,
wait till next year.
Honestly, at this point, yeah, because they're probably not going to play finals, and
What's the point?
yeah, there's no point unless they just want to get some like time under his legs. But I wouldn't. And then that's actually a bummer because like he would have been a good option to go down to, but because he's 119, but that's not going
Cheap.
to happen now.
They need to, send him off to Germany or something to one of these wizards for 6 months.
Yeah.
Send him to one of these wizards.
Jamie Elliott did that.
Yeah.
Jamie Elliott did that for Collingwood. Just like right at the end of his like what last big injury he had, they sent him off there, and that was like his last hurrah before, like he was almost going to call it quits or at least move because of he couldn't get it right. And then touch wood, he's been really injury free for a long time.
No, they need to do something like that. Forget about this year. Send him off to a wizard. We'll get into our Stallion, Donkey, and Voldemort. Do we both have the same Voldemort? Should we start with the Voldemort this week?
Yeah.
It's Tristan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tristan Sherry. Do not have Tristan Sherry. I'll touch on my video. We can just gloss over it. I've lost my Supercoach Cup to 96,000 overall because of one man, Tristan.
Well, I lost to 75,000 overall, so if it makes you feel better. See, the thing is, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because yes, Tristan Sherry, we lost because of Sherry. Like I lost my games because of him too. But then I also broke it down, and I think it was out of my own incompetence as well, because I had some players here that I could have VC'd and I didn't. And if I did just VC them, I would have won. Touch on the players. So but still, at the end of the day, 165 is a monstrous amount. We knew it. We said it. We might not have said it on a live together, but we said it off air together that we knew he was going to go for a monster score. Didn't think he was going to hit 198, but 165 is huge.
Yeah.
And when you captain that, it makes it so hard to lose. I think when I captained Grundy, when he got 181, I captained him and I won that round.
Yeah.
And in the overall league as well. It's just once you get these high, anything above 160 and you captain it, I honestly, the rest of your team could be mediocre. You will win. And that's what happened.
Yeah. It cost me the league too. And he's the only bloke who could have even considered bringing in a 190 break even in the league.
And I put in, and I'm sure you did as well. I put him in and left it, and then took him out, and then undid the change and put him back. And there was even a world where I had him in, and then I still had 500k, and to go into this week. But the reason I didn't do it is because I wanted to get something back, and I got Paul Francis in. Now, the funny thing is that if you take Gawn score, because I had Gawn and Horn Francis, and you combine them, that was only 10 more than Sherry. So I may as well just went Sherry. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he's that guy.
so he's that guy, bro.
Yeah. Timothy Henderson, good day, fellas. Finally catch one of your live streams. 18 back together. Yeah, it's a fortnight run of the solos, and we are back on
mate,
the double.
We back. That was that's the nature of the beast for the truth around here. But, I've got some favourable weeks up my sleeve, so I'll be around for a bit now.
We're up and about. We're going backwards here today. So we did Voldemort. We'll go with Donkey. We'll leave Stallion for last. Give me your Donkey.
Oh mate, I've said it for a while. You're lucky you don't have him. He's let me down so much now that it's not even funny anymore. I'm actually stunned. He's still in my team.
Every week it comes along. I am surprised to hear he's still in the squad.
He's still in my team, and that's Caleb Sarong. Absolutely, I've never seen a fall off from a primo quite like Caleb Sarong. Now there could be so many factors to this. Like I know Freo are stacked, but a large part of this season he hadn't had Hayden Young, and he was still fucking playing shit outs. I know Jackson takes a lot of ball out of the ruck and stuff like that, but man, it's just the general. And the thing is this, right? You'd say, okay, he dropped 63. Man, he mustn't have been around the footy. No, he fucking is around the footy. He's just really inefficient. He turns it over a lot, gives frees away. It just kills Supercoach. He's still got like 20s. I think he ended up with 20. Well, he's in the 20s against the Dogs, and even the week prior he had like 23. That still should get you around the 70 to 80s. That's obviously not what we want from those type of players, but to drop a 63, it's just not good. The problem is this: when you're dropping a 63 and you were at you were 500 odd thousand, you're not now,
570,
and then your bench and now your bench is dropping the same amount. That's when you start to look at it and go, I may as well just play Murdoch, bro. Because like honestly, what was the point? He's horrible, but and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but like I had this last year, and I had these conversations. The exact same thing happened to me last year with Matt Rowell. And the funniest thing is the guy on the Brownlow. This exact same thing. I had Matt Rowell in, and he was like high 500,000, almost 600. He dropped down to like 450, and I had him the entire time. You got him really low, and then he went back up. I'm not saying Sharong is going to go back up, but I'm at the point now that I've had him for so long that trading him out, there's like,
there's no value.
There's no value there. So, like, unfortunately, I almost will have to write it because he will have a game where he'll drop 100 or he'll drop 110. Then he'll probably go back to his shit games. So, unfortunately, Caleb Sharon might end up just becoming my, like, M8, which, look, it's not really that bad of a player to have as your M8, but it's not what I initially thought Caleb Sharon was going to do this year. I thought he was my pod, like, when we were talking about, who you've got and who I've got, I was like, yeah, he's a good pod because I thought that he was better than Brayshaw, but it just has not happened.
Yeah.
He obviously has been worth the donkey for the last 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because his scores have been terrible, but he's now at that price where for someone that doesn't have him,
Mate,
he's that cheap. Like, he is that cheap. It's like
that cheap, and honestly, he's going to go down again. So if his break even is 147, he's going to drop another 30,000. The guy is going to be 440 next week, probably. And honestly, Caleb Sarong at 440,000 when you're coming into the back end of the season is an incredible upgrade option. And so, unfortunately for me, I've had to ride through his absolute crap. But then people are probably going to benefit from it. But that's the nature of the beast of Supercoach. When you pick these players at the start of the year, you don't know who's going to, eventuate the way they are. But anyway.
That is definitely a donkey, that one. My donkey, look, it's funny because I didn't have a great week, but I didn't really have a donkey either. So, like, everyone just went real middle of the road. So I have given it to Angus Anderson, which is stiff because I almost feel like I shouldn't do this. He's a rookie. Like, we expect this can happen.
Kind of what you expect, yeah.
But a 20 hurts. A 20 kills cash gen. Like, you can still get a 40 and it's not going to hurt your cash gen too much at that price. A 20 really hurts.
I just want to, just before you keep continuing, I want to tell you something that's funny. I can beat that. I had a 1. I have Emmett. A 1. Yeah, he's not fielded. He's not fielded, but he dropped one point, bro. That is disgusting. You're almost negative, like that bad. The funny thing is, he made money because obviously his break-even was so bad. Like he actually made 6.5K, but like now his break even's 45. I don't think he's gonna make it. So the guy's just gonna have to sit there forever because I
Oh
can't.
no!
He's
One.
just gonna, yeah, one. I couldn't believe it. I
That is
was like, that's a glitch. No, he got one.
that is grim. That is grim.
So I can't give it to him because yeah, I think he's a rookie. Or
Look,
whatever.
give us your stallion before we get into 2-game tempters.
Look, Stallion, I could easily go here for Maximus Aurelius Decimus Holmes because he dropped a 149 and he needed it after last week because he was my donkey last week. He dropped an 80 and I thought he was a gun. And you did call it. That's the footy knowledge coming out. You did say Max will drop a big score and Bailey won't. And that's exactly what happened. But I'm going to shy off Max because I know he could do this. My Stallion, because I did not think he would do this to him, and he fucking butchered him, and it actually makes me very confident for the rest of the year, is Jackson. Because Jackson bullied English. Like, English is a good ruckman. Now, I'll give English some slack. It's his first game back. He hasn't played in a long time. Probably just getting the rust out. But I thought that the contest was going to be more like Grundy Gawn instead of what Jackson did, and he was even like he was able to float forward and get goals as well, and it just really destroyed him. And like he's just making money for fun now. 143 break even of 96, going to go up again. So he's a good one to have for me. We'll talk about this later. I have the 3 rucks, so having that score from your ruckman is very, very good considering when Gawn's going down, well, going the other way, he's sort of going full forward and fucking going down in price. But anyway, so yeah, Jackson for me, I thought he was brilliant.
No, he is. He is definitely. His average is very consistent this year, and then to still hit a ceiling is very good.
Yeah,
My stallion, I brought him in the team on a hunch when I was talking about him, and I never thought I'd give him the stallion, to be honest. But Bailey Dale dropping a 140 for me after being early on this was Houston could have got it as well, but on the hold. But now people are bringing in Dale.
Oh, look, I mean, the Dale call from you may be like if we talk about timing, like I can't think of a trade that has better timing than that. Like that is, let's not get it twisted. Guy was fucking shit this year, like really
It
shit.
had
Like,
to have been a niggle. That's
like,
all I can put it down to. He had to have been
but
injured.
I don't know because Bevo played so many other defenders in the role,
Yeah.
but he was playing. So like, I don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe like he didn't have the capacity to play the role, even though he was in the team. Maybe he didn't have the juice to play that certain way. And then now that a few of them have dropped off, like they've got injured, and it's just him. Like the minute what did his name get injured?
Libba.
Oh, yeah, when Libba went, and then there's another player. I can't. It's just getting off my head. It's another one there that they lost the role, and once that happened, and it was just solely Dale. I mean, yeah, like you said, you jumped on it. And man, he just got because we saw it last year. Like Dale can do this. Like
Oh,
he can, yeah,
140s easily.
he can he can drop 70s, but his ceiling's super high,
Yeah.
and that's just happened. Now he might get a little bit more attention now because people are probably going to be more aware of that he's back. But yeah, he's an option. But unfortunately, for me at least, he's now become as I think his break even is
Still
it's
low.
44. So like he's still low. So the point is with Dale, you probably got to go now if you want it
Yeah,
because
you can't wait again.
he's gonna spike. And unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if I can go there this week. So he might be one that I have to miss out on. But yeah, for you, that in terms of the most pinpoint perfect timing on a trade, like we always try to get these trades right. Like, and when you bring somebody in, like, oh, I've got them on the downer, and then sometimes they don't. They have like another week of down. And you think, but like this Dale pick has been sensational. Like straight away, no messing about that. Very next week, he had a massive game, and then He's even just got better. And Bont does this. Dale's another one. If they play at Marvel,
Marvel.
knock them down
That's the other thing.
for 125 plus. Like, I don't know. It's something about the smaller ground.
Yeah.
Touches are at a premium, and they just blow up. So if Dale's at home, you've got a good chance.
That was the other reason I did, because they have a lot of games at Marvel in the next 8 weeks, a lot. So he had to come in. I did feel it was funny. See, it doesn't always work, because that same week it was Dale and Draper. Draper's been a horror pick. Got that one wrong so far.
True.
So you win some, you lose some. But yeah, he'll get the stadium for that. It's funny you talk about him, because he will. Well, I won't skip ahead too far, but he is in full and premiums, because he's still 60 grand cheaper than he started. So even though he's had a price rise, he's still, that's how cheap he got. For me, how people weren't talking about him blows my marbles, and now they are. So, but we'll keep that one there. Straight into 2-game tempters. So players that have played 2 games, haven't had a cash pump yet, are about to. We'll stay with the dogs. Jed Buslinger, 215k, 90,
It's a tough on this one, isn't it?
96 average, if you don't mind. His break even is minus 66. He is singing Zach Reed alarm bells of last year to me.
Yeah.
Key defender that intercepts. Like, it's the price. So right now I don't have him in, which hurts
I
me.
don't have him either.
But he.
Fuck, mate, you can't get another Dogs player. You have fucking 5 of them, so.
No, that's why I can't do that. That round 16 buy, I'm toasted. So, but minus 66, you can go there for me. If you can facilitate it, I know he's 215k. People say you can't go there now at this time of year. I think he's one of these ones you can. The only thing is Lob. When is Lob back? Because even if he holds his spot, which I think he's done enough to hold his spot, he's doing it alone at the moment.
Do we know when Lob's back?
I think it is a 5-weeker. It was a 6-week, I think, and we're 2 weeks in.
Right.
I'm not.
He's still going to have a month. Look, I mean, if you think about it right now, if you ask yourself, who would you rather have, Marshall or fucking? I know Marshall forward, but he's got that slash defender. But like, or Jack Carroll, like, well, who would you rather? Like, you'd probably rather Buslinger.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, in terms of can we make it happen? Absolutely. And if like the break even of what'd you say, minus 44?
66.
That's 3 weeks there of growth easily. So that's close to 400,000.
If he gets 90 again, he'll go up 60k. He'll go up,
and so
65k.
Look, it really depends where you are, because unfortunately for me, and this is what I wanted to talk about further on, but like, I spent, I think, too many weeks downgrading, like, for players like this. Like, I would see a good option, I'd be like, oh, that's great. Downgrade. I think we're getting to the stage where we now have to upgrade. And that's hard because you do need the cash for it. So might be an option if that you need to go down somewhere. For me, though, I can't. There's not much. Like, I'm sacrificing a trade there to bring that in. Although it is very nice, because that's a great opportunity to make some cash.
See, week 3, week 4, week 5, this is a no-brainer for me. But it's funny how quick it changes. We're only at week like 9, and I can't really. I flirted with it, but then I didn't have enough money for my upgrades. I can't facilitate it, but I kind of wish I could, because he's a known player as well. This isn't just someone that's come out. A lot of super coaches went to him last year because he's known. He is handy. He does well in the second division. He got a little sniff last year, but didn't go great. He's had a chance this year, and he's like, like, super coach doesn't mean everything, but I've watched a fair bit of both those games. He's good. He's good. Yeah. So I'd almost have him over Lob. I know Lob's playing well, but like,
they'll put Lob in because
yes, yeah, they will. But
he's second ruck as well.
But I like him. I think he's good. But if you can do it, I don't see there's an issue there. A lot of people will say no to that price, but I think if you can do it, you can do it.
I don't think it's too bad.
The next one is very similar, but it's funny how much 40k difference makes it maybe doable. Samuel Cumming. 176K. His average is 80. His break even is minus 54. I almost boosted last week to get him in, knowing I'll probably have to make 3 trades this week and not be able to get him in, but I didn't do it. I am kicking myself because his job security, he's fine, he's safe. Like,
You think he's safe now, do you? 'Cause
well,
I
he
think-
was
was
injured.
initially at the start of the year. You worried about his injury. That's right.
Yeah, no, he was injured. He's got the hype. And he was straight in. From what I understand, he was straight in. I don't think he played seconds. He came back from his injury, and Uze played him. I should really make sure that's true. But people were talking about him preseason. He had media people talking about him. Yeah, I really wanted it, but I didn't do it, and now I can't get him. Like, I just can't. But if you can, and I know a lot of people are going to come in, because I think
you're not going to boost to get him this week.
I'm boosting already, and I can't. So I need more money. So I'm boosting one down. I'm boosting at the moment Blamir as a Pharaoh, however you want to look at it, one of them down. But I don't get enough going to 176 or 215.
Awkward price, isn't it? It's just an awkward price for that. Like, if he was 119, it'd be no brainer.
Yeah, no brainer.
But like that 175, and it's almost as if they knew. Like 175, just
well, he was pick 8, I think. That's why so he's a high draft pick. Pick 1's 210K, pick 2's 200K. Wait, that's a high. He must have been like pick 5, 176.
Yeah, it was all that. Was he the draft? I can't remember.
He was this draft? Yeah, he was this year. I'm sure he was this draft. But at that price, he must have been pick 5.
Must have been.
Must
have been. You 2 seconds. I was going to quickly dart to something.
No, you're right. While he's data, I'm going to quickly check Sam Cumming was in last year's draft. Because I don't remember him ever playing a game before this. Richmond FC. Let's have a look. We should really just go to Wiki, shouldn't we? I should also make sure that I'm correct that he was injured. Maybe he did play VFL. He was drafted last year. What was it? He had to have picked 7. He was pick 7. Oh, I can't figure it out. I would have to downgrade a decent player to him. I really don't want to miss that one. Like, almost more than Bustlinger. I think Sam Cumming is... People are saying Burton and that, but I do think this week Sam Cumming is the one you want to go. He's going to be in the team. Yeah. Yeah, look, I might have to fiddle with it to see if I can figure that one out, but he's not one you want to miss. So if you can get Sam coming in, definitely make that one work. Because I'll touch on Thomas Burton. Tommy's going to be back very shortly. Thomas Burton is the other one at 99K. Now, I haven't gotten Thomas Burton either. I know a lot of people are doing it, but I just don't think his job security is there. People say it is, and I'm not really sure why people say Thomas Burton's job security is there. I know they have a lot of injuries, but I feel like he's one of the first out for me. I'm just trying to, because 99K, he must have been a preseason pickup. He's drafted. Not drafted, so he's picked up in the last year's preseason. Why is he 99K if he was picked up last year's preseason? Oh, that's a funny one. But he was pick 7. He was pick 7 last year, so there's no wonder why he's got the hype.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I should have got the information. I didn't get the information. I'm sure he did get injured. That's why he didn't start. I don't know if he was straight in.
He wasn't. No, he was straight in.
So
making a debut.
His job security is fine. He's playing all year. That's the thing. He is the one to get this week. But
how do you make it happen though?
How do you make it happen? But I just touched on as well. Thomas Burton's the one that people are going because he's 99K.
Yeah, 99K is like but his job security isn't that great.
People are saying it is, and I'm scratching my head going, why people said Perez's job security was fine, and I was saying it's not fine. It is not fine. Gone 3 weeks in, but that was more Mitchell. Sam Mitchell's got that about him. I
He
swear
does.
he loves giving them 3 games and pulling them out. It's like his little tactic.
It
He's
is. It's like he tries to rev them up, and then they
yeah.
inevitably fail on the last one. Then he just gets rid of them.
So Richmond
Yeah.
is a
Look.
different situation with Ooze, but yeah, no.
Oh no, it's tough. Eh?
I can do everything I need to do and some if I bring Burton in, but I haven't. Is he an option for you or no? You're not going to Burton.
Burton. He. Not if I want to have Sherry. Which could segue into our next conversation because it's an elaborate one. Um, the problem is if I want to have Sherry, I've got to do the 3 trades, right? And then if you can't really go to Burton next week because it doesn't make
No, no,
sense, like
never.
off the 99, right? So for me to go to Burton, I would have to sacrifice um, the one of the midfielders I brought in, which probably do have a little bit more time, but that is always a gamble, and I don't know if I'm willing to make the gamble. But then I start to think, how many more players are we going to get that are going to be able to get this cash gen? You know, it makes it really difficult. Now, I said to you before, we're now probably at the stage where we're in upgrade season instead of, going down, but it's really, really tantalizing. It's hard because you don't get many 99,000s that actually play. You really
No.
don't. You got to probably wait. The next chance we'll probably have at this is what, mid-season draft,
Yeah.
which is still a while away.
Yeah.
So there's not many. So that it really makes it difficult. Cumming is very tantalizing as well. I don't know. At the moment, he's not there, but it doesn't mean to say that that's going to be the end result because, like I said, I could potentially wait on a midfielder here that I've already got in the side that really can wait another week, but also can fucking hit this potential. This is the problem because at the moment I do have Finn. I put him in. Break even's 124 though, so like ideally you could wait, but the problem is you're playing Essendon. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could hit 150, but the thing is, even if he hits 150, he won't go up that much.
It won't be
So like,
crazy, no.
it won't be crazy. So it's kind of like, are you sacrificing? Like the issue is for me, it's like, okay, are you getting a player in now that could potentially get you a high score, or are you sacrificing the ability or the potential to get that cash gen that is going to help you out further down the line? Because let's say the job security is safe, right? Let's give it a all things going well scenario. So let's say the job security is safe and he plays. Like, I just don't think you'll get another option at that
No.
cash gen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I will flip flop with this. I will probably, obviously, by Thursday, I'm gonna have to make a decision. But it's tough. I would say, if I'm being honest, I'm probably more leaning to Cumming than I
Me as
am
well.
to
Yeah.
Burton because I just like I think he's got more in him. Like, I think he's got higher scores in him, which will then give him better cash growth than what Burton would. Burton will probably grow, but maybe not as fast.
Yeah.
And we're getting to the period, and also too Cumming. If he's dropping 80s, 70s, that's still decent scores to have in your side whilst he's
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe a better option for me because, like, we all got sucked in the Retchco. He played West Coast, dropped to 56, which is fine. But, like, do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So, like, I think that sometimes we get sucked into these young fellas that come in that bull out of a gate. But, like, sometimes we need to see the quality, and the quality is definitely incoming. So, I don't know. We will see. Yeah, it's a tough call, man. We're now at that period where, and my team's a little bit more differently constructed to most, so that's why it makes it harder for me to decide on this. But we've got a couple of days. Let's put it that
Well,
way.
well, here's the other thing: is I think Cummings' job security is better than Rechko's, and not a lot of people are flagging that. Rechko will be out of that team before Cumming. He will
Yeah,
100%. So
you kind of just want that quick. You want that as much cash gen as you can get from Rechko. Should get to 200.
yeah, yeah,
But the problem
yeah,
is, like you said, yeah, like provided Cumming is fit, and I guess this is the only thing that scared me is I'm worried about his injury cloud. I'm like, what if we bring him in and then he gets fucking injured? But I
yeah.
guess that can happen to anybody. Like any player is under that same microscope, I suppose. But yeah, it's a really hard one. It's a really
Yes,
hard one.
I've just been tossing up my mind. If I could go him and still have the money. It just means I'd have to keep Marshall and trade out Jagger Smith this week, which I can probably do, but I'll have to flirt with that. I might see
Mm.
Soren come in as well because I do think he's one you don't want to miss, but it's that time of season. The next one is someone I have brought in currently. It is William Edwards for Sydney, 119k, 49 average, break even minus 27. Now I have because I needed a defender. This is the only way I could do what it was. Um, I think as a player, he looks actually like a cracking key back. Um, I don't expect high super coach from him. It was more just I need a defender to play that's going to play. Now, McCartan is out, and I think he's out for a bit longer. But I think this kid's done enough to somehow sit next to him when he comes back. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Like I said, I am now tossing up keeping Marshall because his break even is 30, but he's gone forward. After next week, you have to get rid of Marshall if you don't this week.
Yeah, Marshall's still there for me at the moment.
Yeah,
And I think he only went forward because I don't know if there was a player out or like he didn't start forward. So
right.
like he went there a little bit later in the game. So
Well, I will look.
yeah, I don't know, but 41 is not ideal.
But
Yeah,
you
you're
you
getting to the point there with Marshall.
you looking at Edwards at all, or he's not tickling your fancy at all in the super?
Oh, I'd love to. Like I said, it's tough for me because I'm in a rock and a hard place right now, and I'll explain why. I may as well get into it because I don't know whether to go for these two gamers anymore. Because right now I'm in a position where I probably need to start upgrading,
Mm-hmm.
and so like if I leave this too much longer, like I I'm getting to the realm right now of if I don't do something in these next 2 weeks, I will not be able to catch up. Like it's getting that bad. Not because I've sort of boxed myself in with what I initially did. And so the two gamers right now haven't even been on my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think they're going to be worth it. And particularly, and this is another reason, is because if I use a boost this week, I will not have any boost left. So then I really need to start getting calculated. And I don't know if I can start to waste trades on the two gamers that I don't know if are going to be there for a long time. Like I've already got my ones on my bench at the moment. I tell you what I could do. I could go off Jake's. But the issue is like I could see it happening now. I could trade Jake's. They can't play next week. Like
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's I don't know. Marshall really needs to go. He's got 1 week left in him, honestly, like you said, and then he's got to be moved on. I moved on Sarong this week, which because he dropped to 39 and it just ruined his break even. So like he actually lost money, and
Right.
I like you can't be doing that. Like you when you're at that stage, it's your time. So
Farrow
he
lost
had
money
to
as well.
exactly. So he had to be moved because you're not making money now, which leaves me very thin at the back. And so it's awkward. Like I said to you, I could potentially just not go to Callahan because that break even is quite high, and even if he does drop a 150, it won't matter. Um, but again, these will all be thoughts for it. I'll talk a little bit about my team as we go on in the show, but
Mm-hmm.
that's tough. It's tough to get him in. Maybe one of them, but not. I can't do both. I can't do both
Yeah.
this week.
Well, we only have 2 game temp left and 2 game tempter left, and we don't really have to touch on it because he's going to lose money. Hugel Hagen has played 2 games. His B 66. He's probably going to lose money, but he looked better last week, so eyes a little peeled.
Yeah,
Eyes
yeah.
a little peeled.
I think we just unfortunately these full forwards are very very hard to score
Yeah.
in Super. I think we were maybe expecting him to kick more goals and just be around it a bit, but and look, maybe he gets there eventually, but I don't think he's going to be in anyone's plans for a little while.
Well, we'll because I feel like we need to get to this fallen primo section because I feel like it's the section to talk about. So just
Yeah.
give me straight yes, no's on can you still go there. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names here.
Yeah.
Maybe not even for yourself, because like you said, you're not looking at this at the moment, but for people that are in this zone, can you
Yeah.
still go there? Arthur Jones, 159K. He's went up 39K. His break even is minus 44 because I flagged this. He's losing the 21. I flagged his break even was lower last week because he had 21 in his 3-round average that first
Right.
game. He doesn't now. So his break even's gone to minus 4. It's bigger than last week. Can you still go there?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I went there last week. He's
Yep,
on my
same.
bench.
Yep, Arthur
Um,
Jones. He's now fielded for
to
me, which I'm not a fan, but
look, I mean, 58. It
I'm not.
depends where he is. If he's in the forwards or if he's in your wherever you have him. It's serviceable. And if you don't have a fantastic forward line like you and I don't really do, um, it's an option. But yeah, he's definitely someone you can go to. I think it, but it would have to be now.
Yep,
It would have to be now because I think if you do next week, you'll miss that boat.
I agree. It is a still for me, yes, but last chance.
Mm.
Max Heath, 225K went up 26K, 59 average, negative 19 BE. Can you get Max Heath?
Well, I mean, it really depends where you are in your ruckmans. Like, and I mean, this is a good chance for me to talk about it. I've got three. I got Grundy, Gawn, and Jackson, and currently in the trades that I've made this week have sideways from Gawn to Sherry. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But so right now for me, I don't need it. But if I had a potential where I only had one primo ruckman and I was looking for some cash somewhere, he is a good safe option because what he showed me against Grundy was pretty fucking good.
No, he
Like I
looks
actually
good.
think he's a pretty good player, and they are pushing Max further forward now. He played majority forward last week because Mychek got injured early in the first quarter, so that won't happen every week. They'll probably bring another forward in, or whatever the case may be. But initially, from what I saw, if he is going to play these minutes in the ruck or at least share the duties with Max, I think that's a good enough.
Mm.
Let's put it this way. I think he's better than Reeves.
Yeah, no, I
That's
do
my
too. I think
opinion.
he's one of the better ones flown around
Yeah,
at this price. That's for sure.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it would depend on your situation. If it fitted you in terms of only having one primo ruck and there was an opportunity there and you wanted to make some money somewhere, like let's say, I mean, really you want to go up from McAndrew, but let's say that I don't know, however your team's constructed, and you want to go down from McAndrew,
Mm.
that's a fair option. It's a
Yeah.
fair because he's going to play.
No, McAndrew gets his scores because he plays 100% ruck. I
Yeah,
think he looks better than McAndrew.
he looks better on the eye. McAndrew only gets the good scores because he's tall.
Yeah,
He's
and
so tall.
he wins a lot of taps
He's
as well.
so tall, but like his actual like around the ground stuff is pretty
Yeah,
useless. Like
yeah.
doesn't really get involved in disposals or stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But he's just so tall.
Dougal Howard, I never thought we'd bring up Dougal Howard.
No,
270K, up
man.
29K, average of
Wow.
70. His BE is 16. Can you go to Dougal Howard, yes or no?
I wouldn't.
No, neither me.
That's
I just
one I would
thought
stay off. I
I,
just that he has been a letdown for his majority of his career. I wouldn't go there for
just
Supercoach.
the 16 BE I thought was worth a
Yeah.
mention.
Oh, and it's worth mention, but I no.
Brent Daniels now 339K. He did go up 38K, almost 40K. His average is 89. His break even still 17. If it fits your structure, can you still go Brent Daniels?
If it fits your structure, hell yeah. And I mean, like again, we're talking perfect ideals here, but that is
He's forward. Forward is the big thing.
yeah, he's a gun player. Gets around it. Like you said, the average is pretty good. So and for that price, that's a like we're talking that's probably like a little upgrade off maybe one of these rookie forwards that are around. So yeah, I would if I all things considered, I could probably do it. Like if I could do it, I would do it.
Yeah.
That's the type of thing I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would.
Yeah. If I think you can do it, I think it's a good go. I can't. I've got other things
No,
to deal
I
with.
can't.
Dyson Sharp played 162K. He went up 7K. 41 average. His break even is 2, though. Can you go to Dyson Sharp?
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I just don't think he plays enough. He's in and out of that side. Like more than any other player.
Yeah.
I just don't think he has turned out to be what people thought
No.
he was going to be. Like everyone thought he was going to be one of these big movers this year, but nah, that's not one that's going to happen.
Yeah. And last one for, can you still go there? Hayden Young, 416K. He's only gone up 27K. His average is 89 and his break even is 59. If it works, can you go Hayden Young? Now, I watched Freo probably don't win. Sorry, they do probably win that game without him, maybe. But he was Hayden Young of old in that game.
Yeah. I think he's starting to like. It looks like he's just starting to hit his straps and get that form and fitness back. And actually one that was in my thoughts this week, as opposed to another player. But because I have fucking Sarong, I don't like having it's just a thing of mine. I don't like having two midfielders from the same team.
Yeah.
I know you will end up having two, but I mean that's a rare case with Bontempelli. You can make that happen. That's fair enough.
Dogs is probably
But,
the only team you can do it with the Dogs.
Yeah, Dogs probably the only team. But I just don't like because if one eats for Freo, the other one doesn't. So I don't like doing it, but I fucking tell you what, if you would ask me right now, who do I think's gonna have the better year and score better, it would be Hayden Young. I think it's just we all couldn't do it early because he was injured, but he looks so much better than the other two. He really does. Like when I watched that game against the Dogs, well, what I saw of it when I got home because I was Arvo shift, just power. Like that's the best way I can explain it. Just power running, strong, like kicking goals from outside 50. It's like, yeah, that's everything that we thought you were gonna be.
Yeah.
Obviously, he needs to continue. The longevity is Hayden Young's problem, but the eye test passes and his score passes. So yes, if you can, I would.
Well, that's the thing. This is the big thing that slept on. His injuries ruined his last year, but off scores per minute, he was second after Bontempelli last year.
Yeah.
So that he is a serious Supercoach scorer when he plays. He does. He gets injured often. So
Yeah, that's the problem.
it does look like they've taken a very. That's why he had some pretty low scores last 2 weeks because it looks like they have just like slowed him. It's this 5 on the bench too. When players are coming back, they're playing half a game, seriously half a game.
This is what I wanted to ask you. You've twigged my brain here. So is this what they've done with McCluggage? Because I swear, for 3 games, he like played a first quarter and it was like, wow, he's got like 10 touches, and then all of a sudden he'd have like 17 to finish the game. It's like they've let him out early and then they've like tailored him off. And I think last game they let him play a majority of the game, and he's obviously had a good score. So is that what they've done? Like they're just sitting him like longer on the bench?
His time on ground those first 2 games was 60%.
Yeah, well then there you go.
And he's still got an 80 in one of them. And then the other game was the worst game I've ever seen McCluggage play, which was a 50.
Yeah.
But the more interesting thing about him, and Hayden, we're going into Fallen Primos right now. Hayden Young was the last. Can you still go there? It's a tick from both of us. McCluggage, Fallen Primo. He played 50% of the CBAs last week, which isn't what we were thinking was going to happen.
No,
we were thinking.
I thought he was going to be a wing, wasn't he?
So when he wasn't in CBAs, he was wing. So he's still getting CBAs. It is, and he's 469K. He's down. Do you want to have a guess what he's down? Wild stat.
Well, he started off I think he started off at 640, didn't he?
176,000. He's a Sam coming down.
Yeah.
So 176,000. His average is 67. Remember, he has an 8 in there. This is the 8. Yeah. Don't look at his average. His break even's 98. If you really wanted to, there's one more week if you want. But like it is, yeah, it's time. If I still don't have him in because I have stuff to do. But I'm hoping to do it next week. But I said it in my update video. He is a 140 is around the corner and everything resets. 140 is around the corner and you want to get him before he does it. So,
yeah, 100%. And I thought, at least in the first half last week, and look, because it's Essendon, they probably dropped off the ticker a little bit. But I thought in the first half, and I didn't watch all of it, Um, but I thought that was like as good as he could have been for that first half.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, now he's probably going to tailor off, and he did. But like, if he went full gung ho in that game, I reckon that could have been a
Oh,
140 there, because like
yeah.
he started off red hot, and like, yeah, that this is what's capable of him. And people forget how good of a super coach player he was last year. Um, yeah, definitely a player that you want in your side at come late season for sure. Now you are right. You could wait. I think Brisbane play Carlton this week, so I mean, there's no chance they lose that. Gabba is a good ground for Hugh. Smaller ground, touches are usually higher. Yeah, look, but then again, this is the problem with Brisbane, and this is why you maybe could wait, is because there's so many great midfielders in that side that there's not a guarantee he makes 98. Capable, absolutely, but Will could get 130. Lockie could get 130, and then Lugger might just stroll along and do his thing and just take another week, and it's tough. But you wouldn't be wrong, you wouldn't be right.
Yeah,
It's
no.
one of those. You know what I mean? You wait, that's fine. You take him, that's fine. You're not at a disadvantage if whatever you do, in my opinion.
Lugo 469k. There's no wrong answer there, and it is funny because, like you said, yeah, that was against Essendon, but Lions are a funny team. They're not like Sydney. If you give Sydney an easy game, they'll beat you by 150. If you give Lions
Right.
an easy game, they'll take it in second gear and they'll beat you by 40. They will not go hard. They will kick it about, mess around. They almost score bigger in the harder games.
But that's kind of a good thing, because it means that they're not killing
It's
themselves for the
pacing.
games they
Yeah, it's
don't need to.
pacing.
Yeah.
David King said it on First Crack last night. He said it was like a cat playing with a mouse for 3 quarters,
Yeah.
and then they went, "Oh, let's finish it." So
Yeah.
whereas Sydney will foot on the throat, beat teams by 150. So
Which I don't like that, because when you come to finals, you don't
yeah,
have
you're
an extra
burnt.
gear.
Yeah, you're burnt.
You're
Yeah,
burned.
yeah. So the scary thing is you haven't seen Lions fifth gear this season yet, which is berserk. Closest was that Collingwood game. I think they put their foot down a little bit, but that was about it. So the Lions have a lot of scoring to do, and yeah, McGluggage is very, very close to. That is his floor. Let's be real. It's whether you want to wait a week or not.
Yeah.
The Bontempelli, 584k. The man's gone under 600. 122k down, 121 average. Don't know how you get to 580 when your average is 120.
Yeah, honestly, it's because it's the way that it
Yeah,
works, right? Like you said, is what's in the system. He scored so high, like he was dropping 150s, 160s, and then because he had that 60 and the 80,
yeah.
it just fucking
Cooks it
ruined
all.
it. So it didn't matter what he got these last couple of weeks,
Nope.
that he was dropping a
Yep.
ridiculous price. Um, that's kind of bullshit, to be honest, because he was tracking along to just stable. Like, he was just stable at that price, and it just took
Yeah,
one
it does
game,
at that
and
price.
when he got tagged, that was it. He just got tagged once, and he couldn't break it, and it's ruined it. And it, well, you absolutely have to take him now, but like, I don't think any of us were wrong for taking Bond at 700 at the start of the year when we got him, because he is a player that is always going to reward you. But then again, as it's happened, we're 9 weeks in, and he has hit that point where he's gone below 600,000. So ultimately, everybody that's waited has benefited off that. But you definitely have to go now,
Yeah,
because 98 for Bontempelli
yeah.
is not safe.
No, you have to go.
It's not safe at all. It is not safe at all. The guy, and where are they playing? They're playing at Adelaide against Port. Port won't tag him. So
Yeah.
yeah, like he's going to get above 98 for sure.
The fact you can even talk about game Bonnet under 600, just go forget break evens,
Oh,
forget everything.
don't even look at it, because
Yeah,
this will hurt you. Like, and it's hurt.
yeah,
This has happened to us in the past with other players, where you think you can stretch it, but I'd say there's probably maybe 5 players in this league that the break even does not matter. You've
yeah,
got to go, and he is probably top 2 of them.
yeah, yeah. No, it's Bont and Sherry that rule applies to. Get him. If you don't have him, get him.
Grundy as well.
Yeah,
I think Grundy as
Grundy.
well. But yeah, definitely Bond is a midfielder. He is that. There's another one coming, but he's going to be I've got this happening for me, but in about 3 weeks' time, and I've wanted to get him in, but now I've got that opportunity because it happened. Not as
The
bad, it won't be as
Sniffman.
volatile.
The
It'll be
Sniffman.
sniff, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
I've got to wait 3 weeks now, but I'll be able to get my opportunity because he won't be. He's 180 next week, and he's not going
Yeah.
to hit that.
It's
And then he
190.
probably, well, there you go, 190. So then it'll probably, and he'll probably
The
score.
issue is he
Like
can drop 170s.
he's playing us, he won't drop 170.
Oh, is it Collingwood? There you go.
Yeah,
Well, we will go to him because he
but
is next.
he will score high, but he'll still lose money.
Yeah. See, he's 655K now, the Sniffman, Sniff Smith.
Yeah,
Funny thing is he's still up 17K from starting price,
yeah,
which is how I was in fallen primos. It's because I wanted to flag it. He's right at the bottom. It's because his break even is 191.
yeah.
His average,
So
this is the season, his average is higher than Bonds. So he
he's
is,
had a lights out year. Let's not get it twisted.
yeah. If you
Like it's
want him, if he gets to 620 again, strike.
Oh, bro, this is my bottom Pele. So, I had Bond, Jack's had Smith, and now we're getting to the stage where we're going to get them. But this is how long we've had to wait, and I will have to wait a couple more weeks.
Yes.
But once he gets, like, he's going to get around 620, maybe 615. That's when I'll have to get him because it probably won't last very long. And that's fine. I'm aware of that. But yeah, that is my opportunity to get him then.
And you're in a no risk scenario now because really you want him to drop another 80 because then he'll do it's a snowball and he's cooked. He'll be 580.
Yeah.
So really you want him to drop another 80. Like he won't get tagged against Collingwood. So, but people don't go huge. Halfbacks seem to go all right against Collingwood. But yeah, his position, he's probably just going to be a stock standard 125. So yes, he will still lose probably 30K. So keep your eyes peeled for him. It was flagged, the Sniffman. This week, Anderson, 486, down 133. His break-even is still 112. His average is 95, and I still can't believe his average is 95. I feel like that's a fib.
He had a couple of good games, that's why. But it was early, and then he's really dropped off since then.
There's better options this week, isn't there? You can't go Anderson when you got Callahan and Lugger floating around to where they are, can you?
No,
Yeah,
I can't.
I'm
I
the same.
can't go there now. And like the issue, I don't like him without Matt Rao.
Yeah, no, he
I
needs
don't
Matt
like him
Rowley in
without
there.
Matt Rao. Like every time he plays without Matt Rao, he doesn't score well. Like he just doesn't. Like
Yeah.
it's something about that system with because Rao does all the dirty work for him, and he's an outside mid who benefits off the running. But Rao he's not there, and I don't know how long he's out for. So
Yeah.
112, I don't know it is St Kilda, but I don't know if he's going to get that. And I think I'm willing to wait. He could drop again. He could drop again.
See, I'm at that point where I just don't even think he's going to be top 8 mid, so I've kind of stopped thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a
it just hasn't
fair.
even. He's not even a target anymore for me. Like, you know what I mean?
I think in your head you got to think: are these players capable of 100, like a 150 score? Right, like that. Those are the ones you want to have, like, kind of in your team. Like, are they capable of getting it? Like, on their best week, can they do it? What's their ceiling? And I don't think he could do it this year. I don't know. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm off it a bit. I'm not moving yet. It's one of those ones when we see it. If we see a 150, be like,
you gotta
okay.
be quick.
Yeah, you got to be quick.
You got to be quick. It's one of those. Like, but right now, yeah, he doesn't look like he's anywhere near it.
Well, we'll go quickly to Callahan, which is the other big option, I think, is this week. 499K down 105. His average is 99. Break even 124. Now, yes, you could wait a week because there's not much risk involved. Like you said, if he goes higher, he's not going to go a lot of money up. If anything, it's more safe to wait because if he dropped another 80, then you're chilling. But again, with Flugger, I don't think it's right or wrong this week or next.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It becomes a point of who you replace him with. So, like, if you're getting, if your upgrade is off a Tanner Bruin, a a Smith or whatever, if you're going from that to Callahan, I think that's fine
Yeah,
because he will outscore them, and it doesn't really matter what he drops, right? But if you're tight for cash and you're trying to perfectly time this, I would say wait because 125 is definitely doable against Eston. But like we said, even like even if he dropped 150, which is unlikely for Callahan because he hasn't really hit that this year yet, um, it's not going to be that much more in your pocket. So I don't know. It really depends where you are in your team, and if you really need like an extra sort of primo right now, then fair enough. Um, but yeah, like you could wait. It's not a you must go, but it's definitely not
yeah.
a wrong thing if you didn't if you put him in your team.
No, I agree. And a fellow GWS. Here's the thing quickly on the Callahan Lugger situation. If you can't decide, look at your buys. I don't know if they're on the same option, but I think we're at that stage now. We're at that
I think
stage
so.
now. If you're trying to decide between a couple of them, now's when you can start looking at your buys and
No, they're on different boards.
just lightly plan. If you've got a bad buy on Callahan, go Lugger. Bad buy on Lugger, go Callahan. It's kind of that stage now. Um,
So Lugger has a bye with Sydney, West Coast, and Essendon, and Callahan has a bye with Richmond.
oh,
That's
so
it.
they're on the good week. Yeah, load up on
Yeah, the good
GWS.
week.
Um, you won't like this one, but he's in the Fulham Primos because, like I said, the eyebrows have been raised for people at this point now. But not even for this week. But Sarong is 476k. It's funny, he's only down 94k. I was thinking like Lugger levels, like 150k down. I say only. That's a
Yeah,
lot of it's a lot of money down.
it's still.
But
He was almost 600,000. He was like 580, yeah,
five,
580 or something
yeah.
like
So
that.
he's down 94k. Uh, not 97 average, which might be shocking. His break even's 147, so you can't go this week. Say he's 450k. Try to take yourself out of the shoes that you've been in. If you didn't have Sarong and he's 450k, is your snifter meter rising, or do you think is it too hard to take? You're just too angry, right?
No, no,
To
I am pissed off because I got him,
mm.
and I'm pissed off with his output. But for Supercoach terms, man, fuck it. If I was on the other end of this, like if I was you,
It's the same thing
and
for
I
me
know,
with Anderson. That's
yeah, and I know you got like some other like you've got other things to prioritize now, like the forward line and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, because you've got a couple of weeks up your sleeve, like, fucking oath, he's definitely a player. Because like, let's not get it twisted. Season stats. Um, he dropped a 150 this year. I'm
he's
pretty
dropped
sure he
two.
did.
He's dropped a
Exactly.
140 and a
And
150.
so, and I've had him. So, like, I've benefited off that. And it's great when it happens. So, like I said, definitely capable. And when you get that player, when you get those guys super cheap, um, you almost don't care because they will go up. But because I've had him
Yeah,
at the 560, it just feels like,
yeah,
oh, you've let me down week after
yeah,
week after week. But what I've learned over my Supercoach journey over the last few years of playing is that these ebbs and flows happen, and sometimes you just gotta ride it. It's
yeah,
tough, it's hard, and it you look at it and it's the same scores as fucking rookies or like I put I think the week I think it was last week where you had a rookie play like it was just the way it was
three
matched
of
up
them.
and
Three of them scored like
yeah,
120.
and they scored more than Sarong and I was just like I'm about to snap. But you just got to ride the wave. So if you absolutely wait, he's going to be under 450 grand and that's going to be an absolute cheeky snipe
Yeah,
um to get real low. I think that will be fantastic for people that don't have him. But right now, he's been a pits for me, absolute pits.
well, that is. I will flag. He is like in my top three targets next week, which is
Yeah, bro.
it's just if he hits 450, it's just like see the worst thing for a non-owner right now is he hits for you. This is what you want. He hits his 140 that he hits every now and then. He'll reset this break even because this is, with all considered, this is his floor. Like
Yeah,
this is
he
his
won't go to
floor.
like he's not going to stay at this. He will go
No,
higher.
yeah. So 450k because of that will be his floor if he hits it, but he will not be going lower. I cannot see it.
No, I can't see it either. And the thing is, like, they play on a Thursday night at Optus. Playing Hawthorn. Hawthorn don't traditionally tag, but if they are going to give any attention, I can guarantee you right now it won't be for him.
Yeah.
It'll probably be for Hayden Young.
Yeah.
Or it'll be for Brayshaw. Like right now, Sarong's kind of gone off that mark of being tagged. So yeah, look, probably isn't going to hit 140, but yeah, you've probably got one more week for Sarong, and then I think you're just going to have to go if you want it. There's a couple options there, but he is definitely an option.
That is. So we also did we touch on Lockie Ash? Did we already do Lockie Ash?
No, we haven't touched on Lockie Ash.
518k down 64k. His average is 102, so the man's still averaging a ton. His break even's 122. Another one like Callahan, it's more risk to take him this week. If he's on your radar, he is a good option for me next week.
Radar, but I think it's the next week then.
Yeah,
because it just doesn't make sense to go for it this week. Like, yes, he could score 150 against Essendon, absolutely fucking possible. But I just think Ash is one. He's not in my side currently right now, but I wouldn't blame anybody for putting him in because he could absolutely hammer it. But it's just for the extra 10,000. This is the way you got to look at it, right? For the extra maybe 10,000 to 15,000 you may pay, you might save yourself 20 to 30 because if he drops a 90, he's going to drop money again. So do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you might be better off taking the risk. Again, it really just depends where you are, what you need in your side. I don't know. We'll do it overall. I feel like we'll do an overall of our teams in a minute and talk about where we've gone and what we want to do. But he's definitely on my radar for sure.
Yeah.
But there's one caveat to that. I need to mention this, and this is why I'm actually a little worried. And I might not go there. He is now playing midfield.
Yes, a little bit of midfield.
Whitfield is all at the back by himself, getting the kickouts and everything.
Yeah.
So Lockie Whitfield, unfortunately, his break even is you can't go there, but because he's like 570, and I think his break even's like 108, which he will hit. So it's not worth it on Whit just yet. But the problem is there also too with Whit is that if he is getting this role, and Ash is moving into the midfield, probably not going to come down.
No, yeah.
Because the thing with Whitfield is the cunt is extremely efficient, and he's a high meters gameplay. Like, he's the perfect, ideal halfback. He's probably been the best halfback, honestly, in the last
4 years.
3 years. Three or 4 years of Supercoach. So it's almost as if they're just gone, oh shit, yeah, you're the best halfback, so we'll give you the reins back.
Yeah.
So that's an issue. That's a worry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's a thing to think about with Ash. Maybe I'd like to see one more game out of it. Like I'd like to see how he goes against Essendon. Because I didn't know he was playing midfield minutes. This week, the game he was playing. So yeah, I'll wait and see. But if Whitfield goes gamebusters, I'm going to be destroyed.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's funny. What do you do? Halfbacks, you almost don't want midfielders. So any other position, they get mid-time, you're like, oh, beautiful. Halfbacks, get them out. Stay halfback.
Yeah, get them out.
I don't want it. Another halfback, and one that I don't think about, and you're probably the same because we started him, and he's going to be a top six. Well, I predict he'll be top six. It's Jack Sinclair is a bit down. 543k, down 60k. His average is 110. His break even's 138. So I would say if you don't have him, I wouldn't go this week. But if you don't have him, look at it next week for sure.
For sure. Because he won't stay that forever. And I've watched a few of the Saints games just because of interest of captains and other people you're playing against and their captains, and Sinclair over the last couple of weeks has actually just been it's just been his efficiency.
Turnovers, he's been turning over.
He's been turning over a fair bit, and that won't happen every week. No. So he's just been having a few dodgy weeks. Same as Joshy Dacos. He's probably not in this little segment, but Josh Dacos has kind of gone through the same sort of patch where it's just not super efficient at the moment, but they don't last forever. So You just got to pick your moments. Josh is probably going to drop a little bit more money. Well, I think his break even's about 90. There's 96. Can do it against Geelong, so could be a touch and go there with Josh. Particularly because you know who they're going to tag this week, and it ain't
Yeah.
going to be that Dacos.
Yeah,
So
it's grim.
they're going to tag the fuck out of Nick. Nick seems to be doing a lot better with tags this year. I will say that. Like, I've watched obviously every single second of the Collingwood game, and Nick has a very different style of dealing with the tags this year. And so I wouldn't be, if you're a Nick Dacos owner, that is, wouldn't be super worried. But what I am saying is that just general attention will free up Josh
Yeah.
and particularly Dan Houston. But you already have Dan Houston. Um, but yeah, the halfbacks probably for Collingwood this week are going to be the goer. So that could be another option there. If because
Yeah.
I think he might, I think he might get over a ton this week, Josh.
Well, that is a quick flag as well. That no VC on the Nick this week. It is O'Shea
No, I
Mullen.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. You'd be a brave soul if you did. But and also too, no point of VCing because it's a Saturday night. There's just too many options before that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's a Thursday or a Friday. Like there's too many gun players playing before that, so it does make much sense.
We'll get into it, but I have a funny week with VCs again. I don't have because I don't have Jackson, and there was another one. I actually don't have a cracking option those first few weeks, but we'll save that.
Your option probably have to be Bont right now.
It's Sherry at the moment on Saturday lunch. Yeah, it could be, but here's the thing: you can always VC Bont. So yeah, we'll get into that at the end here, but. Jack Sinclair, yeah, wait a week, but keep your eyes peeled if you don't have him.
Wait a week, yeah.
This Ed Richards, all right, 530k. He is down 70k, average 106. His break even's 113. So this is just a big flag of like it's his floor, like when everything's kind of leveled out. So for someone that isn't an owner, have you even looked at it? Are you interested at all? I know you don't like the two mids, same team.
I usually don't, but like he gets a lot of tackles, so like it is.
He gets a lot of tackles.
Like let's put this in comparison. Last week, he was like by the eye and by the stats, he was not even in the realm of Bontempelli last week, but he scored pretty much the same because of the tackles, and he had an efficient week, whereas the week prior he was really inefficient. But he can have weeks where he is clean with his ball use and he tackles a lot. So I think, yeah, all things considered, if things go right, I'll tell you what, I don't like it, but what I could do is it depends on my LDU news. And if he is out for an extended period, that could just be my sideways because they're very similar type of players. But Richards could sometimes outscore him, and I would be saving a little bit of money. So that could be a sideways. But we'll have to wait and see for that. But right now, no, he's not been on my eyes just because of the other ones that are so much lower.
Yeah.
But again, if you are in a different phase than us and you've already got a lot of these primos in your side and he's an option for you, absolutely, because Ed Richards scores well. And sometimes Bond can get a little bit more attention and Richards is around it. The only thing I would say, and I'm interested to see, and this would actually, well, it will affect you soon because you've got so many of them. But I want to see if Treloar's in this week because they managed him just for general, like, we're not going to overkill you because we want you to play. So they rested him, which was smart. I think he comes back in this week. So that would mean potentially that another player's taken up touches. And I want Treloar on my side. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to go to Richards.
Yeah, that's a fair. I do think Treloar's going to hurt Sanders, which I personally would do. I think Sanders is a cracking player. But I think Supercoach wise, he'll hurt Sanders' impact. But yeah, I understand the Richards. Matthew Geared here, I hope I said that right. Just wants a quick input. What to do with Kirch? We haven't known Kirch. He already has Sinclair, Witt, and Ash. Doesn't know what to do with him.
You must be short somewhere else because that's like that's a great back.
So that's where I'm going with it. If you're short somewhere else, I'm thinking if you can DTP it somehow, I'd go Kirch to Young. I'd go McKercher Young for me, or even Daniels if you want to go the forward. That would be my play. I would be if you can figure out
It
how to
depends.
move it
Depends
around.
what you want to do. Yeah.
Because
McKercher doesn't look like what any of us at the start of the season thought he was going to be. He looked like a 30 disposal off the halfback gun, and Clarko's killed it because, or for some unknown reason, that's Luke Parker this year.
if whoever tipped, that's a genie. If you start a Luke Parker, he's going to be a top 6 defender. He's looking a lock for top 6 defender.
Every week, I just keep waiting. I'm like, yeah, he's not going to have a good game. It's going to drop. And then he has a good game. It's like 100 every week. It's like, what is this guy doing? And like, even to the point now I've looked at him, but I'm like, I'm so wary. I'm like, it's danger. It's danger. But he just keeps performing.
He is Jack Zabel from back in the day. That is the mirror image of that. But McKerch, I would move. Well, I don't know what his price is. I think it's around
420.
Yes, so it's a straight sideways to Young. To Young.
You probably get more benefit out of
if you can DTP shuffle that. If you can't, if it has to be a defender, yeah.
It depends. Yeah, I mean, sideways. If you really don't want
down to bustling,
I'll have a quick look. It depends. Like, do you want cash growth? Because if you want cash growth, you can go down to bustling up. But if you want, like,
Tom Stewart's 16 grand more.
That's what I was just about to say. Tom Stewart's break even is enormous.
So we want to flag floors. You've led us into our next Fallen Premium. Tom Stewart's 436k. He's down 64. His average is 93. His break even's 94. Now that is floor signals. Floor. Yep. This is the cheapest Tom Stewart will be.
Yep. Well, see, here's the problem though. I thought that last week, and I was like, I'll get Tommy Stewart next week. He dropped to 50.
He did. So, I saw the 50. That was grim.
In hindsight, I am happy I did not go to Tom Stewart last week. However, I've now got to the point where I can't get him this week. So I'm like really hoping that he doesn't. The only problem is he's playing Collingwood, and we'd love to give points to halfbacks. So I can see it well where he drops 100 against Collingwood. I really could. So that's a tough one there. That's a real like flip of the coin moment. I think another one that it is a real keep your eye on. This is my Bailey Dale. I've been waiting. I've been sneaking this one for a little bit, and I'm probably going to strike.
Can I have a tip?
Yeah.
Oh, if you're going this week, it's not my tip. Go on.
No. I'm going next week.
The Magician.
Because it won't. Yes.
That's
the Magician. So his break even is 148. Like, could do it. Don't get it twisted. Dane Zorgo absolutely got that in him, but I don't think he's going to hit that. So he's going to drop again. This is my Bailey Dale. Like, he is going to drop around maybe 450, 460. That's my snipe. That's my snipe next week, and I will be very happy with Dane Zorko because I know he can get some really high scores.
Yeah, and he's got the role. As soon as he was back, he got the role straight back. He was doing what he was doing. He is 486 down 68 already, but yes, his average is 97, break even 148. And he does have an injured score. He did that calf in the early third, I think. So he does have a half a game bringing his average down there. And I think that will be out of his... No, there'll be another week before that scores out of his 3-rounder. So you don't think Kirch can grow in this role? You know what's funny is you tipped it before. If LDU is out, Kirch could be full mid next week.
Then maybe it's a wait and see. Don't make the trade right now. I mean, you can make the trade right now and see how it fits in your team, but I would just wait for the LD news because if Davis Uniacke is out, then stuff's going to get shuffled, and so that might open the door up for McKercher. Really just depends on that. But if everyone's fit, he just doesn't have the role this year. Like we thought he was going to, and I think he's had one game or two where he looked all right. But generally speaking, he doesn't have that halfback role that he did at the end of last year. For some reason, Clarko just hasn't given him the giving him the keys. And even when he was having a game where it looked like, oh my God, he's going to get like 35, I think he dropped like 24 in the first half and ended the game on like 28. Like something happened in the second half where he just changed his role. So I think it's at the point where we're 9 rounds in now. I think we can safe to say that he's probably not going to get that role again. But well, wait for the news for the injury. If he's clear of his hammy, I'd probably sideways.
I would.
But if he's not,
yeah,
then keep him.
because he is a gun player, but he's not going to be top 6 defender, and he's not going to be top 8 mid. Like I said, my big tip would, if DDP helps you, I'd go to Hayden Young. But then again, you're going to an injury-ridden player, so it's just you could just downgrade to Buslinger and get cash, but you'd have to keep your eye on Lob. Then it is the Kirch one, or you could just hold, because he's not going to go that. He's not going to lose you much money from 420 either. I wouldn't tip. So it might not be a priority right now. You could almost wait and see. And so if this is your biggest issue this week, you're going well. If
that's fair.
Trying to figure out what to do with McKercher this week, you're going well, because I feel like there could be a lot more other things to put attention to. But yes. Could just sit on it. You could just sit on the Kirch.
You could sit on it. There is an actual need to get rid of him. Like if he's, I don't know what his average is, but if he's just doing the job, that is a lot better than what some people out there have. Like I can tell you right now, my backline consists of this. Right?
He's just like, I'm going well. I'm going.
Yeah, well there you go. But I'll give you a scenario, and this is a good segue because I've wanted to be talking about it all episode. So my backline consists of Robert Sinclair, Dacos, Lindsay Carroll, and at the moment, due to the trade, Marshall is now in the backline. So my backline is atrocious. I've got 3 really good primos. Josh really isn't a primo anymore, but I think he can still be around it. And then my bottom 3 is atrocious, right? That is my biggest concern. But the reason it is like that is because I've got 3 ruckmen. I've got Grundy, Sherry, and Jackson. Now, the issue is this for me, is that I probably have to get rid of one of these. It's now getting to the stage where, because I don't have any flexibility with these 3 ruckmen, that's the problem that I've now got myself into. So at first, like early days, it was great. I started off really good. Like won all my games in both leagues and even in the overall and ours. But as the weeks have gone on and people have upgraded, I haven't had that ability to upgrade because my money's been in 3 ruckmen. So if you've got those defenders and you're doing all right, I don't think you have much to worry about. But for me, I have a decision to make, and it's either going to be Jackson or it'll be Gawn. Well, Gawn's currently at the moment, Gawn's gone. And this is what I wanted to talk about, is there is a world where I reverse this trade and put Gawn back in. And the reason I say that is because Sherry and Grundy they're not going to get like 125 each, I don't think. I think like they'll probably get 110 maybe, because they're just going to stalemate. No one's going to have a massive score there, right? It's a stalemate. So the problem is that Sherry's break even is 90, and because he's 673,000, he's probably going to hit the 90. Like even if he hits 100, he's going to go up like 10k. So that's like a 683, right? And then with Max, and we're talking very unique situations here because not many people are going to have my problem because I have 3. And then Max's break even is 169, and he's already gone down to 630. So he could go down to 615, and Sherry could go up to 690. So then that gap becomes bigger, and I won't have the money to get Sherry next week with the trades that I need to do. So unfortunately, I actually don't want to get rid of Gawn. Like I think Gawn can still score consistently, and I think he will still score high. But I think I'm going to have to move him on. And that sounds wild to me. But also, too, if you are going to move him on, getting interest in Sherry for him is probably the only thing you could do. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only good option. But for my future, I think what I'm going to have to do, I think I might have to get rid of Jackson. I think I'll because you know what's going to happen. Darcy's only gone for like another 4 weeks, and you know when he comes back, he's going to go straight
You would
back.
hope he's seen enough, but yeah, this coach, who knows what he's going to do? But
So if he goes out, which is a potential, we'll ride the Jackson bubble as much as I can. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go down from one of these ruckmen down to a rookie, and then put somebody in the flex that off the bench, and then use that remaining money to then start to fill out my defense, because that's the only way I can get these good primo defenders into my side. I can't get there anywhere else now, so I'm going to have to let go of a primo ruckman, which kills me. I mean, Grundy's 695, but
yeah,
I know
you never
I'm not letting go.
No,
I'm not
never.
letting go of Brandy Grundy. So
No.
it's probably going to have to be Jackson, because if you were to say right now, who would you want to have in your team as two ruckmen, Grundy Sherry or Grundy Jackson or Sherry Jackson, or it's going to be Grundy and Sherry. It just
Yeah,
is.
no, that is the two. Grundy and Sherry are the two dogs. Because of Gawn's role change. It's a much
That's
more
the issue.
interesting conversation if Gawn is still doing 100% ruck.
Mate, if he was 100% ruck, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have made the trade. I would have just
No.
left it and been like, right, Gawn will be my pod, so to speak, because everybody will have Sherry. Well, Grundy would be in my pod, but you know what I mean? Like, I would have just been like, nah, I'll sit on it, whatever, because they'll cancel each other out at some point.
Yeah.
But because of the forward role, and he still scored really well, but because of that, though, I think those 165s, for example, that Sherry's just got,
Yeah.
and even the 130 that Grundy got, and the 143, I don't know if Max can get it. I think he can get 120. I think he can get 100, maybe 125. But I don't know if he's got the big super scores. Do you think he can do? I don't think
Not
he
if he's doing
can.
that much forward. Like you said, my check was injured. If the team she's come out of Melbourne haven't brought in a key forward, it is danger zone. Danger zone. So there's a world. So I'm in a. So Matthew Gear's same situation as you. He has three: Jackson, Sherry, Grundy, a different three.
Is it? Hold on. Is this the fella that's got McKercher
Yeah,
and that defense?
yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Going well.
where have you got in the middle?
Going well. See, I'm in a different spot where I only had one. I only had Gawn and McAndrew. So I can't justify swapping Gawn to Sherry because I'd still only have one.
That doesn't make any sense, because you have McAndrew. So that's just dumb.
Yeah.
But like, so you need to have two,
Yeah.
right? But I'm in a unique situation because, so for example, like your backline, you've been able to get that backline because you haven't had an extra
Yeah, yeah.
642,000 at your disposal. Well, really, if we're being technical, it's a million,
Yeah.
because you've had Gawn, let's say Gawn and McAndrew, right? Whereas I've had three. So like, and look, the trade off there is the extra that you've had. Like Jackson and Grundy outscore probably most players, right? But the issue with it is that 640 that I have with Jackson, once you go down, because you're then trading up, you can like fill 3 spots from getting rid of one. And so
Yeah.
that is now my next 3 weeks, I reckon, up until about like pretty much the bye. I reckon I have to. Next week's going to be hard because I have to make that decision of going down from one of them. And let me just quickly check. I'd like to see who they play. So Jackson will be playing. He's playing Essendon. What a fucking time! May have to. That's tough, because like my plans to do what I want to do next week. So like next week, I was thinking, all right, fuck, because I got to do something, right? So I was like, next week, fuck it, I'll get rid of Carroll, or I'll get rid of Marshall, and I'll go up and I'll get Sorko, and then potentially like another one, like maybe Ash, but that depends how he plays. But that's a sacrifice I might have to take. Like against Essendon, that could be a 160, 170, but it may have to happen because, like, again, I'm getting to the realm now where I'm pigeonholing myself. My forward line isn't dreadful, But like it needs work, but the defense is putrid. But like the midfield, my midfield right now, currently speaking, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But defense is putrid, just
See,
putrid.
yeah,
Like your defense is really good, really solid.
my forward's
But again,
putrid.
that's the trade-off. You know, the trade-off there. Yeah. See, like you've got, I'd say you have a better. So you have a better second. Well, he's now might actually be F1, depending on how. Yeah, I think he would be because Sheasel
Yeah,
scored so well.
Petrarca's
But
F1 now. Yep.
so yeah, so let's just say past Sheasel. I think I have two better players, but you have a better because you have Petrarca. He outscores you. So, for example, like I got Horn Francis and Rochelle, but Petrarca outscores both of them, so they don't. It hasn't really worked so far. But I think the horny one is I want to keep long term. Rochelle may have to be turfed off, but Philippa and Flanders. I'll be honest, Flanders, you're on the fucking block, mate. You're on the
I
block.
flirted with Flickerton this week, but
It's just
didn't
like
make much.
it's not. Yeah, it's not. Hasn't made much sense yet. But when it's time, man, he'll be fucking gone because like
he's going
he just
down.
ain't it. Yeah, he just ain't it. Like I've even watched him. Like I don't know if anybody watched the Saints Carlton game last week. First, I think in the first, he didn't have a touch in the entire first quarter. Not
Yeah.
zero, flat, dud. Like that's not good enough for 400 and well, he was 470, I think. I know he's 455. There's just so many better options there in the forward spot too. Like you talk about, I mean, if you have that extra 100,000 or whatever, but you talk about like your Baileys, who I made in that video when we're talking about forwards. Like I thought he was going to be top three, and fuck, I think I nailed it because he looks phenomenal. But like Cozzy, even the biggest trap of all, Shy Bolton, looks good this year.
He's like F4,
But
I think,
he's a
at the
trap,
moment.
but he's F3, bro.
It's because
if you're going,
he actually is playing a lot of mid at the moment, a lot.
Yes. So like even McInerney's having a good year. Fucking Jack Ross playing good. McDonald, like these are all better options than Flanders.
McInerney pisses me off because I had him the last 3 years and he did nothing. I stayed off him this year and he's done it. Pissed me
Tim
off.
Kelly is actually having a really good year, and he's got the DDP. Riley Sanders is having a really solid year. So Tuke Miller, like there's plenty of options. I will get to them at a point. Like I always say it, like, oh, I need to do it. It just has to maybe be a little bit longer for the forwards because I think defenders can outscore forwards. So I will.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Forwards will be my last, but there's a lot more options over than Flanders because you ain't it, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, old Matthew Gers said his mids were for you Baz, Dacos, Bont, Butters, Bruin.
Yeah, so he's got 4 primos and then that's when he's gone down. Yeah.
And he's got Shees Track, J-Mac, Flanders. J-Mac, why aren't I clicking who J-Mac is?
J-Mac.
In a forward line. Yeah, why isn't that clicking in my mind right now? J-Mac.
Are you talking about McInerney?
No, if you started McInerney, you're a wizard. I'll give you that one. If that's a starting pick, you wizard.
Yeah, that's a. I'll tell you what, mate.
Cook was a great pick. I faded Cook. That was a brilliant pickup at 2 games.
I didn't have Cook either,
No.
and I'm missing that too. But I'll be honest, because I thought because there was a couple of times when Dawson was playing, and then when Rankin came back, I was like, this guy's dusted. Like he's not getting the scores that he was, and another player is fucking Berry too. Like they just keep getting scores, but. Yeah, so you are a little bit weaker in the midfield, but I think that averages itself out because that forward line and the defense is really good, and you've got 3 ruckmen, so that's a really good team. The way my team is shaping up now, my M8 is actually Dersma. He's my only rookie left in my midfield, so my midfield is super strong, but that needs to take a pause now because we need to start working. But again, that's for now. We still got a couple of days. Could reverse.
See, I still have Smith and Murdoch in my mid, but I might change. That might be coming in Murdoch if I change my trades, which I have to flirt with.
Yeah, look, there's a couple of things I could float around with myself. like I did have the rage bait with Caleb this morning, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, he can go, and I'll make, I'll have more money, and I could go down. But then I'm like, nah, just don't rage it. You've come this far, you may as well stick through it.
Come this far.
Well, it's true, right?
Yeah,
you've sat through all the crap.
You'll be
Why
fuming
trade him now?
if I pick him up next week and he gets 140. You'll be fuming at 450k. So I would say he's the hardest hole. He's one of the Anderson was easy for me to flip because he got injured. So I'd like.
Oh yeah, so wrong. I am suffering because he's been drossed for weeks, but I'm just holding. I'm hoping.
Here's the thing: his ceiling hasn't disappeared because he's hit it twice this year already. He's hit 140 twice this year, so it's not like we've had this year and no, his ceiling's gone. No, it's there. It's there.
It's there.
So
it's just he's in a really bad patch of form. Like it's a 4-week period where he's just been really poor. But it will change. Like it's only round 9, a lot of footy to play, and like this happens with every player. Like lots of players go through this where they just like Josh is in it right now. Like I think that I've had a look at it in these first 9 rounds in particular. I think a lot of the players I have are all simultaneously going through some of their bad periods, and I just have to remain calm. It sends me every game week. I need to meditate because it fucks me off, but I needed like it will change, and like they're not all going to be shit forever, so it's difficult, and you just want to bin them all off. But I just got to sit through it. These aren't players that are going to be crap for the rest of the year. Like Josh maybe hasn't been the player that we thought he was going to be, but he's still capable of getting 100 plus, and in the defense, that's good to have. But I mean, you upgraded to Naz, that's completely fine. That's a different scenario. Like I think most people would do that, but like I couldn't do that, so I had to keep him. But I'll keep Sarong. I'll ride it, and then when he gets to 150, I'll be wrapped.
Well, Naz got a touch cheaper as well, so he is on his floor.
I'll tell you what, with Naz, right? I watched that game against Carter. Like, we're just talking. I mean, this cunt's 2 million, right? Whatever he's on, 2 million. I don't know, 1.9 something. You got to be the softest. Like he got tagged that entire first quarter by Cowan, I think, right? First 5 minutes, right? Duds, flat 0. I was like, I almost messaged you. I watched the first 10. It got down to 10 minutes in the quarter. I couldn't see the number 7. I was like, this guy's out. He's out. I was like, I'm surprised I haven't got a message from Jack. Like, he must be livid. Like, where is he? Couldn't see him. Then he just had a cry and went fucking backwards and went into the defense and just started taking all of Sinclair's touches. And I'm like, you're the worst type of player. Like, you just fucking put it through. Like, just play through it, and it just goes to the back for easy touches and takes them off his teammates. I was like, for that alone, you can get fucked. I'm not. I don't like that. Pissed me off.
I have them both. So Matthew Gard, I've fade Naz all year, bitch. It's fair call. So
I'm with you, bro.
I was watching that. I did see him go and pinch Sinclair's kick out. So I was like, look, I have you as well, Naz, but just go.
Yeah.
Go and
stay in your lane, bro. You want to play mid. You want the big bucks. You want to play mid for Saints. Yeah. You stay there.
You can't be taking kickouts at $2 million a year. I'm telling you, you're not allowed. You shouldn't be.
No,
you shouldn't be there.
See Nick do it.
No,
Nick do it.
No, $2 million a year. You're in the guts, or you're forward kicking goals.
I don't like that. I was like, fuck you.
He's a perennial scorer because when they don't give him attention, he runs everywhere, and they give it to him.
And I've watched St Kilda, and I don't think I've seen I don't know if I've seen a team that looks for a player more than Naz. I saw him once in a game go from the back, got a handball chain, and then he got a receive. He gave it back, and then he was hands out again. Give it to me. They gave it back, and in that chain, he got 4 disposals. Yeah. And so, like on Supercoach, that looks fantastic. But it's like you've done nothing.
Yeah. If he asks for it, they give it to him.
He receives. Yeah. That's for sure. And like the thing with Nas as well, he can score you 4 goals in a game.
Yeah,
we've seen it.
Yeah. So just stay away from Sinclair's backline, please. Doesn't help any of us.
We both captained him, so we.
Did you captain Sinclair as well?
I captained Sinclair. I'll tell you why I captained Sinclair. I'll just briefly touch. Like if I didn't captain him, I probably would have finished because I had the captain on Grundy and I'm seizing. So I captained Grundy, had it all the weekend, and then I'm fighting through my fucking phone. Oh, Grundy's 50-50 for Sunday. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's shocking.
and then I'm like, no, no way. And I was like, oh, I can't risk it. I can't risk it. I need like, and then I was looking at some comments, and everyone's like, nah, like he's going to get up. It's his 250th. He's playing against Melbourne, his old team. Like he's going to play. And I'm like, yeah, but maybe he's not going to be in the condition. Like maybe he'll drop a 90. Maybe Max will get over him. And then all these thoughts go in my head. And I had 10 minutes, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to put it on Sinclair. He was my only player left that could get something. And didn't materialize, and Grundy gets 130. So if I captained, then I would have got a lot more. So whatever. But yeah, stay out of the back line because we need those points for Sinclair.
Yeah, Sinclair. He's going to be top 60. Just stay away.
Yeah.
Matthew Gid, he did ask earlier as well. He has ZZ, which is Zakatelski. He's thinking about trading him to Heath for buy cover. If you can facilitate that, how much is ZZ?
No, I don't think he's much. I don't think he's hit 200,000, is he?
Zaka, is it a K or a T? Oh, Zaka, he's 150, so you're paying about 70. If you could do that, we touched on Heath earlier. He passes the eye test. Don't know if he'll always score fantastic on Super, but he's safe. He's got job security. He only goes out of the team if he gets injured, doesn't he?
Tell you another player who has job security who I didn't think was going to, and I'll tell you right now, they need to do this quick. Like and I'm saying this because I watch them every week, but like the faster that McRae and the rest of this team realizes that Steen has to be in the ruck 100% of the time, pretty much, the better we will be. I don't know if you've watched much of Collingwood lately, but his ruck contest and when he gets up and the ability to be able to tap it down for Dacos is some of the purest ruck work I've seen. And he has got so much job security, and I didn't think he was going to. I thought he was going to be out. But man, he's good. I don't know what he's scoring because I haven't really looked into it because I don't have him. But I know he's still cheap. But
he's the exact same price as Heath. They're both 220.
Well, there you go. We're talking about eye test and like just that aerial leap off a rock contest, but getting up and he gets high, and he always, if he's tapping it near enough every time, it's a clearance for Nick. So yeah, either way, you go Steen or you go Heath, whatever floats your boat. I think both of them have got good security, and they're actually really good ruckmen. Like they're good young ruckmen. Well, Heath isn't young. I mean, he's
mature age. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah. He's going to make some money too. Like I don't think expect any more than 300K from Heath. But even if you're bringing him to cover buys,
yeah.
No, I think that's a fair trade. Mate, like I said, I'm not too stressed because it's the last buy and it's 7 rounds away. But I just had a quick look at round 16. I have 10.
Let me have a look at mine.
10.
I'll give you a caveat. 10. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll tell you right now. 10. I'll tell you who's out for my round 16. I'll go through them, and I'm talking
the top tier.
Premiums.
Yeah.
No, sorry, the full line's not. But so Naz, Sinclair, Dale, Smith, Bont, Richards, Gawn, Flanders, Philippou Jones. So 8 premiums on that one.
That's
fucking 10 is correct. So it is round 16. I have time. So
yeah, you have plenty of time. Like I don't know if that's sideways movements or whatever you need.
It's sealed the deal for Flanders next week for me. Flanders priority next week. Move Flanders. But then who else? I don't want to move Richards, Gawn, Bont, Smith. No. Dale, Wanganeen, Malira, Sinclair. I don't want to move any of them.
It's just a bad week because to give you a comparison, so you said 12 or 10?
10. I might have to move Richards just because of that. Like, it might be Richards, but I don't want to.
So for me, my worst would be, I actually think my worst is 12. 1, 2, 3.
12?
5, 6. No, round 12.
Oh, 1, 2, fuck 3. It, 12. That's half a team, son. What do we do?
I got 8 on round 12.
8. Is you at round 12, if you make 2 trades, you get down to 6. It's still a big grim, but yeah. It's not. Is it like that? Those are premiums? Like I've got 3 to change there.
Round 12
maximum.
for me, Butters, LDU, Sheasel, Horn Francis, Rochelle, so I can move him on, and Marshall. So they're not primos, no. So
Yeah, no,
I don't
good
have
on
a week like that. That's a bad week.
them.
But
Lucky it's round. If that was,
the thing is, I will get to that. You don't understand what I'm saying? So like, I'm 3 rounds away from really being at that position because I will have these primos as well. And so I think we were all kind of going to get through it. But yeah, if you can, from now, maybe you might want to start thinking about the type of primo you're bringing in and if it affects your rest of your players. But yeah, so it happens, eh?
see, that's not. Here's the thing. So, do I look at that and don't bring Bont in that week? No, you're not. I'm not letting round 16 buys stop me from bringing Bont in.
I see so many people talk about that. They're like, "Oh, you got to look out for the buys." Like, you can't think about that because everybody's going to struggle on a buy at some point. So you will make the ground up. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree, but you can't have 10. I will say. So
no, you can't have 10. You can't have 10, but like you'll make the ground up. You know?
I was looking at this right, and like I'm going through like round 12's 3. I was like, oh, beautiful, 3, and then round 13 was none. I was like, beautiful. Round 14, I think it was 3 again. I was like, I'm on fire here. I've just naturally just chalked this. Round 15, I think it was
Trouble.
4, and I'm like, that's fine. 16, 10 premiums. Fucking 10, bro. When I saw this, I thought it was a glitch. I refreshed, closed, open. So there's no way. There's absolutely no way. So that does need. But again, like, I'm not. They're all keepers. They're all keepers. I don't know what to do. I will deal with that. I've got 7 weeks to figure that out.
Yeah, fair.
We'll end on take one, leave one. Not too many take one, leave ones here. We'll be pretty quick with these, I think. But we'll start off. Hayden Young or Caleb Sarong?
Right now, I think if you didn't have either, you got to go Young. If you didn't have either, I think Young is on the trajectory up, whereas Sarong has got to find it.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion.
Yeah, I actually do think it's a hard. Yeah, I think that is a hard. Yeah, stiff. If Caleb Sarong is 450, it's a bit trickier.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Bailey Dale or Dan Houston? Actually, a fair. I'll change this. Bailey Dale or Josh Dacos?
Oh, Dale.
Dale
or Day. Like for someone that doesn't have Dale or Day. I mean, you just got to know. I am kicking myself, and it's funny. Do you know the only reason I didn't go Dale that week? The only reason I didn't go Dale is because I didn't want to copy your move. I was like, I don't want to copy. No, because I like to have, I like to have very different types of team. Like, obviously, you're going to have the best players are going to be the same, but I like to try and be pod different to the players I'm playing against. And I was like, no, I won't go Dale. I'll go something else. And fuck me, did I get that wrong? Like, I think he's just back. I think he's back. He's finally got over whatever. And I don't think if you're going to pick him up even now, I don't think you'll go wrong with that.
No.
I think it's he's such a good player.
Yeah, I think you'd still get him now. There's so many people saying he's a trap. I was like, dude, he's got history.
You obviously didn't watch him last year then.
He's got history.
If you know anything about that player, you would know that that's not a trap.
No.
That's not a trap.
Well, lucky, at least you didn't not do Dale but copy my Draper pick. Then you'd be really pissed off. You'd got the wrong one.
I didn't get that.
Take prices and rolls into Bailey Dale's Bailey Dale's buy as a killer. Yeah, you don't say, Matthew Geard.
Yeah, mate.
10.
That's with everybody.
10 primos.
That's a hard one.
Jordan Clark or the Magician, Dan Zorks?
Oh, that's a really... And we didn't touch on Clark. That's another one. He's got a really high break even as well.
150.
So he's another option. He's going to get to about 500,000, you would say. That's a tough one because I had Jordan Clark last year, pretty much all year. Didn't have Zorks. For me, if you're asking my opinion, I'm going Zorko. I think that He's just going to be a little bit cheaper, and I see higher ceiling for Zorko. Maybe not the average, but I just see higher ceilings. I see bigger scores from Zorko than I do from Clark.
When teams
Fine.
disrespect Zorko, he gets 35 and 33 of them are
And there's
kicks.
only a couple of teams that do something about Zorko. There's not many. Like the teams that are aware of it, they put someone on him.
Yeah.
Like that. Fucking, there was a team that did it already this year. Oh, can't remember. But they,
Geelong normally give him some attention.
yeah,
but-
they give him. It's like a double tag. No, it was it St Kilda?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was St Kilda, and
Might have been.
you were like Ross Lyon's done this double tag, and he did. He put someone on Zorko, and then it didn't really matter. He ended up, I think, beating them anyway. But like, yeah. But no, I would go Zorko. I think he's cheaper, and he's going to have a higher ceiling, in my opinion.
Now, they are the same price right now. Sorry. Sinclair is 15K cheaper than Naz. Sinclair or Naz? We just talked about this.
We just did talk about it. And I don't know.
If you had
like,
to pick one, if you could only have one, but
Sinclair.
then you say goodbye to the other one for the rest of the season.
Sinclair.
That is,
and I might be missing the higher, like the. I mean, he did it last week, right? And you captained him. Like, you're missing the 150s, but I just think that he can cop a tag. We saw it at the start of the year.
Yeah, he's tag watch. He's on tag watch.
So, like, teams will tag him. Teams don't tag Sinclair. So Sinclair maybe over the course might be a bit safer.
Over the course, you might not be wrong. Just Naz does have those ceilings. That's the only issue.
He does have the ceilings. And they hurt you like they do.
Now, this isn't I don't think neither of these two are options, but they're just a couple of forgotten super players because they're both down at the moment. McRae or Saliga? If you had to have one of McRae or Saliga, who would you go?
I'd probably have to go Saliga. I watched McRae on the weekend. Fuck, he was duds, man.
Saliga got dropped 2 weeks ago though, and he's back.
Well, McRae hasn't played.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Year, isn't he? Like he come in this week, but he looked pants. Like I don't know what's happened to him. This guy was 35 a week.
He was a hero last year.
He was a gun. He was everybody's team. Is that mid forward. He was a gun, but I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know. Like that really is you're picking shit steamers there out of I don't know Saliga, but he actually to be honest. His job security is probably not very good because Cook's taken his role.
And you keep
all these
Cook
young
over.
players. Yeah, absolutely. So maybe McRae. Yeah, fuck it. Because he might wiggle his way back into St Kilda. You know what I mean?
He's got a ceiling. He's got a seal. He's got a ceiling that Saligo's never had.
That's right. But somehow Philippou's kept his spot. So
and he's actually starting to score. Happy days. Finn Callahan or Hugh McLuggage?
No, you bastard! You had to put those two together, didn't you?
I feel like it's the question on a lot of people's minds this week.
It's a really awkward one. You know what? I would say from the contingent of like Victorian and New South Wales people, they would say Callahan. But because you and I are both from Brisbane, I'd say Hugh. I think McLuggage has more in him. He's going to be cheaper. And there's evidence there with Hugh. Like he was a top,
M3.
Quote me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he was top 3 last year. So the evidence is there to show you that when he is fit and he is on, like he is a sleeper. This guy is a gun. Callahan is a gun, but like Callahan relies a little bit on others to get the footy. Like, so for example, I think he suffered a little bit this year because he doesn't have Tom Green. Now, Oliver has taken that role and done fabulous. Don't get it twisted. But I just think that Callahan's had to figure it out a little bit. He's copped probably more attention because you can't really tag Oliver. So Callahan gets more of attention. Hugh doesn't really get that much attention. It's usually Neil, sometimes Ashcroft. So I think McLuggage is the better pick of the two.
No, I do think it is I agree, but I also agree for Supercoach terms, it's a bit of a coin toss. I feel like they're
right
very
now it is a coin
similar
toss.
scorers. They both have a good ceiling. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Well, I'm only basing it off last year. Like, if this
Yeah.
continues, then obviously it's a coin flip. But I'm just judging it on the fact that I
Yeah,
think that Hugh can get to his heights last year. And I don't think Finn ever got that.
Finn is a soft seagull, according to Matthew Good. So take that.
He's not wrong, mate. He doesn't go hunting. I'll give you
No,
that.
no,
He's
he
not
is
even
an
under.
outside runner.
He's an outside. He is an outside runner. You're not wrong.
Outside runner / soft seagull. I feel like that could cover a lot of outside runners, to be honest. That
Oh,
tag.
for sure, yeah.
Last one to actually no, because they're around the same price. I've got another one for you. Finn Callahan. He's featuring too. Finn Callahan or Lockie Ash.
Yeah, different roles, so it's harder because one's a halfback, one's not. I mean, well, like we touched on it before, potentially playing midfield. I don't know with that. I had Ash last year, and he dropped me some duds and actually lost me my semi-final. So I've been reluctant to go ever back to him because he
I think
dropped
that
a
was
46.
it was his worst score of the year in
Worst
finals
score
for
of the year.
Super.
In the semi-final, I lost to a player that, yeah, just I should have smoked. Like, again, everything went wrong on the same week. Dropped to 43. To give us everybody a little bit of a backstory. Me and Jack had this. We were tailor-made to play each other in the grand final, and we'd played each other I think 3 times. I'd beaten Jack twice, and it was tailor. And I had the worst possible week you could have ever had, and Lockie Ash was at the front of it for 40, 46. So he's etched in my mind. But for anybody else, yeah, I don't know.
Both soft seagulls, according to Matthew Good.
They are soft seagulls. Like, they
Pack
don't
'em.
hunt. They wait. Yeah, they just wait for the footy. That is GWS in a nutshell, right? That's probably why they don't win anything, because they've just got a lot of guys that love to get the football but not do anything for it. I don't know. The Whitfield thing really concerns me. I'm not gonna lie. He's really started to get the footy back. I'd probably still go Finn, maybe. I know that might surprise people, but I don't know. Lockie Ash just doesn't seem to be hitting those
I agree.
real
right
high
now.
scores this year. Yeah.
I agree. I'd probably lean Finn. Last one. Bont or Sherry? You have to pick one and say goodbye to the other for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's evil work. You're doing devil's work here with that sort of question. How do you pick out of that?
You got to pick one and say goodbye to the other one. You got to pick one and say goodbye.
You know what? Because I had, like, if you're talking my scenario, I'll take Bond because I can make it work with Gawn. Like, because I have 3. If I didn't have 3 and I was your scenario, you'd have to take Sherry just because he is uncontested for North Melbourne. And I think when you go through the league, there's only 2 ruckmen. Well, I'd say Jackson now. So there's only 3 ruckmen out of the entire league that really could put up a fight against him. The rest, he's getting 150 plus. Easy. So I just think that score is too much to say no to. Whereas Bond can get you the crazy scores, but he can also get you some bad scores because he can cop a tag. You can't tag a ruckman, and you can't. And well, you know what's really great about Sherry? He fucking tackles.
Yes, he'll end with 10, 12 tackles.
He leads the league in tackles, bro. He's a ruckman. He leads the league in tackles.
And he gets a lot of clearances because he handballs out.
God, got almost 30 disposals last week. Like, what are we doing here? This guy's an anomaly.
Yeah, no, he's a freak.
Yeah, it's Sherry. It hurts me because I love Bond. I think Bond's a superstar. But, like, yeah, arguably a Brownlow. But Sherry's something else, bro. He's just something else.
I'm with that. And just to end on the shower thought, it just came to me. What do you call a pack of seagulls? What's the group name of seagulls? Giants. What is a group of seagulls called? This will be our last thought, the shower thought. A colony.
Flock. A colony.
A colony. I wouldn't have said that.
So GWS are a colony. That should be their new nickname.
the colony.
Yeah. The colony Giants.
A squabble. A colony. Yeah. There you go. Colony of seagulls at the Giants. But that is the live stable for episode 12 or 13.
Oh, we got some big things. I think, like we touched on last week, this week and next probably the most
Shifting.
you're gonna get. You're gonna get all season, I think, because so many players are low. So this is the time to strike.
Yep.
The only thing is that everybody else is going to be doing it. So like, even when you think you're getting in front, you'll check somebody else's team out. Like,
And they've done
I checked. Like, for example, like Dacos Burner, right? Smoked us. Like he's just come out of nowhere and he's a good, decent chunk in front of both of us now, especially me. Like he's like 200 points in front of me. But I looked at his side and I'm like, well, I mean, like, you've had a fantastic week because, like,
he's had a good fortnight.
Speaking, like, he's still got three rookies at the bottom. He's still got Murdoch, Rechko, and Bruin. And then Anderson didn't have a great week. And same at the back. He had Lindsay, Farrow, Selwood. And then he had
Sherry,
Lombard
didn't he?
fielded. He had Sherry. So,
Captained.
like, that is the game changer for everybody.
You cannot not have him. That's all I've learned. You cannot not have him.
Yep, and this is the reason this week that I sideways from Gawn to Sherry. Seems like a dumb move, and then, like, realistically in Supercoach terms, that is a dumb move, right? Because why would you fucking do that? But I'm in a different situation where I can, and I have to. I don't want to. Like, I really want to use that trade somewhere else, but I am being forced to use this boost because that is a score that you cannot say no to. And even if Gawn outscores Sherry this week, which he can, because I think Grundy and Sherry might, just fucking counteract themselves. But over the course of the year, Sherry's gonna outscore Gawn by some distance.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
What's the round 10 for North? Let's just have a look at who he's going to destroy. So he's got Adelaide. So we have McAndrew. So he might not win taps, but he's going to destroy him around the ground. Yeah. Then he'll have then he has Gold Coast, whoever they have in the middle. I know it's Wits usually, but I don't know if they have them at the moment. He'll destroy them. Then he has a bye. Then he has Freo, so that's Jackson. Then West Coast, good luck. Then
you need to have them by then. If you don't have them by then,
get this: West Coast, then Richmond. Oh,
Nank should be back, but he's still destroying Nank.
He's got a 3-round period. That's disgusting here. Oh Geelong? This is what's happened. I remember now. It's all come back to me. It's like an epiphany. So at the start of the year, when we all said about having Sherry in the team, right? This was the reason why I remember making this video. So you remember his first 4 rounds where he had West Coast, Richmond, Essendon, Port?
Mm-hmm.
He has them again in the same order. So after 13, or round 14, he has West Coast. Then he has Richmond. Then he has Essendon. Then he has Port Adelaide. Bro, that's a 4-round stretch where he is getting 300. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, you need him.
Yeah. You need him. I mean, and if you don't get him, if you don't want to listen to the advice, by all means, that's up to you. But you just have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Take from me, I've jumped off Gawn to go back to Sherry. So,
well, just quickly why I struggle to do that again. Don't forget, I already did that. I sideways Sherry to Gawn when Sherry got banned. So then doing it back.
I went from Sherry to Grundy, so it doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah, no, but this one hurts.
But I see what you're feeling. But I just have to go back. If I don't go back to Sherry, bro, I'm not even going to get anywhere near anything.
I don't argue how anyone does it. You just have to. In my opinion, you have to. Sherry needs to be in the squad.
He's got to be the most owned player.
Hey,
can you see his percentage of owned? How many players own him?
I haven't had a look.
Be a lot.
It'd have to be.
I don't know how many traded in, only 4%. You guys are mad.
Yeah, madness. All right, everyone. We'll catch you next week for episode 14 or 13. I'll get the number right next week. I'll figure out. I'll do the count.
I'll be back. I'll be back too. I'll be good for a while.
Hopefully, we're up and about. All right, we'll catch you.
No. See you later. Yeah, he is 4% traded in.